We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He's in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up second.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
7-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to air it out deep for Green. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Taken about 7 yards deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 20. First down.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Jackson going up top for Cup. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Double team, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. They took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And Thomas has it. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards.
That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Jacobs from the gun. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Raiders.
Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Raiders 14. Chargers 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That's out to the left and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments. About the defense, they've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. He's got a man open. That's Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this one completes a lead. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air again, Herbert. Incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Herbert off the bootleg.
Had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
At the 9-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The kickoff for the Chargers.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Raiders.
Now Jackson on first down. Going up top for Cup. It's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of
32 that time.
First down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Counter play with Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
At the 16-yard line.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They get this out left, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Once more, here's Eckler. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
He was taken down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. It's held complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
His 3rd interception. It's Eric Harris who picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Raiders' 12-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. And it will be intercepted. The rookie David Arnett picks it. Return just right across the 15 to the 16-yard line. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback's quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Jackson. Reception here by Rhodes. And look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
A fumble on the play.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Now the 5th-year running back is Jalen Richard. And his first carry, he loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. A big play there for LA. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Chargers. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Again, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Terrific play anticipation. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Really, the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 44-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the gun, Jackson. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. That's out to the left, flat and complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out line to Ruggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
16.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For Keenan Allen.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Today's final score.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, You get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Las Vegas, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.